Lately, I've been thinking about one simple sentence: be less impressed and more involved. I first heard it in a book called Green Lights, and I didn't think much of it at first, to be honest. It just sounded nice. But the more I lived, the more I realized. The sentence describes exactly what was missing in my life. Ever since I started doing seasonal work by the sea, my life seemed to be moving upward. At least that's what I thought, according to the standards of modern society. Coming from a small town where the money was never enough, I decided, like many people my age, to try working in a hospitality by the coast. So I went to work a season. I worked 2 seasons in total. The first one isn't the topic of today's video, even though it has plenty of stories on its own. So yeah, the story begins in May 2025, at the start of my second season. I was young, ambitious, and focused on one thing: money, of course. At 20 years old, my goal was simple: earn as much as possible. And even though I was never a materialistic person, the narrative of today's society slowly pulled me in: money, status, progress. And without realizing it, I started neglecting my childhood dreams and chasing money at any cost. The season started strong. The owner I worked for had two hotels with restaurants, one 4-star and one 3-star hotel. I spent about 80% of my time in the smaller 3-star hotel, where it was mainly just me and the owner's two sons running everything. That season was much stronger than the previous one. There were days where I made about $250 to $300 just in tips, almost a third of my monthly salary in a single day. And slowly, I started spending money carelessly, which was never the plan at the first. I was working 10 to 12 hours a day, 6 months straight without a single day off. During the first 3 months, I trained twice a day. I used to box in high school, but I quit, and my plan was clear. After the season, I would move to the capital and give boxing one more real shot. But the sweet life by the sea, late nights, constant partying, drinking with friends, slowly took that dream away from me. I trained less, then even less. And honestly, if you're watching this right now, please don't let people around you pull you away from your plans and all your dreams. After finishing work in the smaller 3-star hotel, I moved to the bigger 4-star one, because they were short on staff. By then, I was already exhausted from the season. And on top of that, I didn't get along with the new co-workers. That's when I fell into a quiet depression. To make things worse, they placed me behind the bar, even though I had never done bar work in my life. I felt lost and disconnected. I realized something important. I didn't want myself building a life in hospitality. I didn't want to grow in that career. And then, at the right moment, I came across a podcast featuring my favorite actor, Matthew McConaughey. Hello. And honestly, thank God. After watching that podcast, I decided to actually listen. I bought a notebook that soon became my daily companion. I started writing about my days, my thoughts, my mistakes. I also ordered Green Lights, a book I waited 3 weeks for, because it wasn't available in my country. So journaling slowly changed everything. Late at night, whenever I had a moment, I wrote, and my mood began to change. As I came out of the dark period, I found the strength to return to regular training. Boxing and journaling together had powerful effects on my mental and physical health. When the book finally arrived, I read it in 3 days, which I had never done before, even though I very much enjoy reading. 2 sentences stayed with me from the book. First one is don't half-ass it and be less impressed and more involved, which is also the title of this video. And that's when everything became clear to me. If I don't try again with boxing now, if I don't give it everything I have, then chasing money and focusing only on work will disappoint future me in a few years. So by the end of the season, I had saved about $5,000. But it wasn't about the money anymore. It was about what the money represented, a clean start. So I moved to a big city, new streets, new rhythm, new silence, no distractions, no excuses. Just me and the decision to finally choose my own path. So right now, as I'm making this video, I train twice a day and work only on weekends. Soon I'll start competing again. I don't know exactly where this path will take me, but I know one thing. I'm finally involved in my own life. So thank you guys for watching, and remember, be less impressed and more involved.